Hello and welcome to Madhouse Goes Racing, and today we're in Assetto Corsa having a look at the United Racing Design version of the Radical SR3 XXR. Now this is the very latest version of Radical's SR3, a car which has been about since 2002. This is either the fourth or the fifth generation, I'm not sure which. The basic design of things like the rear light and the outlets, the exits at the back there have been the same since Gen 3. The main difference you should notice between this and the previous version, which is the SR3 XX, is the shark fin. Other than that, it should look fairly similar. And to show it, we'll just have a quick look in the showroom. Now, that was a quick rotation in the showroom in all its shiny glory. Car, like I said, the SR3's been about for 21 years now. Originally came with modified Hayabusa or Kawasaki 1100 engines, I believe they were. They now make their own engines, as far as I can tell. Radical are doing the whole lot. 4-cylinder inline, either 1340 or 1500cc. So I believe this is 1500cc, 232 brake horsepower. It does actually say that the this was built by United Racing Design using official data supplied by Radical Motorsport. I did have to have a bit of a snigger when I saw that. Official data could be anything. From a simple is a power is a torque curve of our engine, through to have a full set of CAD data and all the literally every single thing we've got, like damping rates of our coilover units, spring rates, and all the rest of it. There is always the oddity of, however accurately data you have, if your sim can't deal with certain aspects of what a car will do, such as, for example, it might have rising rate suspension, which I think this does. It's got a thing called NIT-Link, which is Radical's interesting suspension system, whereby the coilover unit is connected at the bottom on the lower A arm and pushed up from that, but there's also a rod goes up to a bell crank, and that actually gets pushed up and the other end gets pushed down, and that's the end that's connected to the top of the coilover unit, so it actually gets compressed from both ends, which, depending upon the way it's all put together, could mean it's linear or it could be rise and rate, and I don't know, without actually sitting down and working out the flaming mass of it. Rise and rate suspension systems have been about for quite a long time now, on cars and motorcycles. And they do change, obviously because they're rising rate, they literally change effectively the spring rate or the wheel rate as the wheel moves up. It makes things harder to push against, so you actually end up with not suddenly banging into the end stops. How many cars use rising rate suspensions? I don't know. But yeah, lots of data. Hopefully that means it's nice and accurate. And let's see what it drives like. Obviously it looks fine. I'll post links on Race Department and the URD site so you can download it from either one. It's free, best price possible, obviously, so there's no excuse not to get a copy of it. If you go on Race Department and read the reviews and other things, you'll find there's a load of people talking about, oh, it's not right here, it's not right there, Engine sound wise might be a bit thin. A lot of people said it, oh, it's too high revving. I wouldn't know. I've never driven one. I mean, I don't mind the engine sounds. Got some nice gurgly noises on the overrun there. Could possibly do with a little bit more meat in the sound on the lower end, possibly. But without knowing where they got the sounds from, I would assume they're recorded directly off the real thing. But then you could do all sorts of things, processing. Visually, I don't think it's too bad. The things like, I think there was a complaint about the LODs being a bit low quality or something. Well, unless you're running on a potato and you've got everything turned down to 1, I would hope the LODs aren't a massive issue. Likewise, textures, good enough in my eyes. The important point is, what's it feel like, what's it handle like? Well, it feels quite nice. I've actually got any extraneous stuff added by the custom shaders patch. Bloody pin in the middle of the screen, that's annoying. The custom shaders patch can add extra bits on the FFL. Got all that turned off just to make sure I got the as stock FFP as possible, but, and here's one of the rubs, you do have to have the custom shaders patch. You have to have 0.1.79 or else this won't work. Plain and simple, you have no choice in the matter. There's no option to run without. So if you've been avoiding the custom shaders patch, you can't avoid it anymore. Now, handling wise, this has one little thing that you have to watch out for, and that's a bit of, didn't do it that time. If you get it wrong, you can actually end up turning oversteer, which can get terminal. I don't know how it didn't get terminal there. I managed to push oversteer and understeer somehow. But yeah, it's that's the only thing about the handling that you really have to watch out for. I don't know if you could dial that out with a little bit of work on the dampers maybe. You certainly can't do anything diff-wise because you can't adjust it, so. But overall, I mean, it's fairly neutral. Maybe a little bit of understeer here and there where you push too hard, but like I said, the only thing you really have to watch out for is the little bit of lift off oversteer, and if you get your left in the wrong place, you'll find yourself reversing into the scenery a bit. But overall, really nice to drive. Very engaging little car to drive. It's certainly more engaging than something like a GT3 car, which, relatively speaking, are quite bland. No idea how much one of these cars costs, but if you want to if you want to enter the is it Haggerty sponsored British Radical Championship, which is open to both the SR3 and the SR1, which is like their introductory version. It's going to cost you the introductory price of 10 grand, and that's with a discount. If all you wanted to do was a test day, so you want to go to the very first test day for the year, that alone is 1,350 quid plus VAT, so it's like, car racing is expensive, and that's without even buying a bloody car, so. So for those who have spent £1,000 on their base, direct drive base, thinking the wife says, oh, that's expensive, tell how much it costs to actually do the real thing, and it should hopefully give them an idea of how little you're spending by comparison. So. And of course, virtual racing gives you the chance to go anywhere in any weather. So on a rainy day, you can go somewhere nice and sunny. So, overall, really nice car. I don't have a problem with the sounds. I know some people do, but like I said, if anything, it might be a little bit on the thin side, but it's got no nasty sort of repetitive clicks, bangs or pops in there. It's all nice and clean, maybe too clean, I don't know. In terms of performance, it is quick. I'll see if I can get a decent lap in. Brakes are a little bit easy to lock up. By default they're set to 100% pressure. Most into there you're likely to lock up on a slightly lower speed. Would like it to rotate a little bit more on power through there. Let's try and stick in a decent lap. Yeah, it's altogether a very nice little car. Probably make for some good racing. Things like this single class, not too fast, not too slow. Just technical enough that you can make mistakes in them, which is what you want to be able to wait for other people to make little cock up so you can get past them. I said I did try an AI race the other day. Probably didn't need to change down there, but we'll see if it holds out the corner any quicker. No, it doesn't. And like I said, I just tested it just to see basically whether or not there were any issues with like the level of detail, pop or anything weird. Didn't notice anything. Admittedly, if you're running on a potato and you've got everything down at 1 out of 11, you might notice some odd details. I don't know, without turning everything down to 1. Miles of a decent time. The best time's about 2:05.5, so what's that? 3, 4, 5 seconds off the sort of time you should be able to do in a GT3 car. Like I said, these are more engaging to drive than something like a GT3 car, but not that much slower actually, considering they're 20 mile an hour slower than this rate. It's just about peaking at 140 miles an hour. So, and whether you could drop some wing off and get a bit more out of it, or whether it's actually better off with more downforce around here, I'm never sure without playing with it. But all in all, a very nice little engaging car. It is the perfect price. It is free, so you've got no excuse not to at least try it and find out what you think of it. But overall, I reckon it's a nice little addition to Assetto Corsa, and I'm sure it won't take long till there are probably a multitude of league races and things on places like LFM showing up with these to race. So get it, give it a shot. freebie. Can't complain. So, from me for now, that's all. Have I forgotten anything? Possibly, maybe. But for now, enjoy racing, have fun, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Where's my button? Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. There's one thing they didn't put on the car that you can have on the real one, and that's a halo. And I'm glad to say they didn't, because frankly, I'll put a picture up in a second. It is a bit fugly. And if you can't work out what fugly is, it's two words combined. So, I'm glad they didn't add that. But yeah, sometimes you don't want your sims to be accurate. Again, that's all from me.